Hello guys, how you doing today? Hope you're good. How was work? Yeah, it's good to know that we're all doing well. Hang in there, okay? Hang in there. Today we're discussing imposter syndrome. This is something I know disturbs a lot of people, even myself. It still kind of bother me sometimes. But let's start with a little story. Imagine a young accountant who came in as an intern, or even on an apprenticeship, came to start work. The accountant put in the grind, put in the time, put in the efforts, worked hard, studied hard to prove him or herself to the boss or to the organization that they have a lot of things to offer. And they did offer those things. It wasn't just word of mouth, it wasn't just vain promises. Imagine that young person putting in everything. And in 4 or 5 years, that young person eventually became the head of accounting. Yeah, the head of accounting in 5 years. But after a while, that person began to see him or herself as an imposter, saying, I'm not sure I belong here. I'm not sure I earned this. I'm not sure I've earned this. Because during meetings, during sessions, he or she has heard a lot of people whom she thinks are smarter or whom she knows are smarter than him or herself. And because of that, that person feels he or she doesn't belong to that position, that he or she is an imposter. You know what? That person is actually right. You feeling that way is really important for your growth. You feeling that way shows that you've put in a lot of things and a lot of thought into what you've been doing over the years. It shows that you've grinded. It shows that you've put in the hustle. It shows that you've put in the time. You've burnt the candles. If you don't feel that way, that might actually make me go back and like, bro, are you sure you are who you are? Or who you say you are? Because feeling that way is actually very, very, very normal. Imagine a designer. I started as a designer, and over the years, I grew and eventually became the head of design in Nigeria's number one agency way back in 2024. I became the head of design. And sometimes I feel, wow, I'm not sure I belong here. I was just a little boy from yesterday, little boy who was learning on the internet, reading books, reading biographies, and finally I'm here. It's normal to feel that way. But you know what the problem is? Myself and yourself, what our problem is? We've been looking at our weaknesses. No, we've been focusing on our weaknesses, not looking at it. We've been focusing more on our weaknesses, not our strength. But you know, the flip side of it, people who have given us chances, people who have given us opportunities, people who have employed us, people who have been in meetings where they've promoted us, and those who have promoted us, they focus more on our strength, not our weaknesses. They see some of our weaknesses, but they see more of our strength. And because of that, we've made progress. Now, if you've been making progress all this while and you feel that way, it's very normal. I'm here to tell you it's very normal. I have over 30 years experience in designs. With the help of my bosses, I created the first actively functional tech unit in an advertising agency in 2022. I created that unit, and that unit became the unit that helped facilitate the winning of the first Cannes Awards in the whole of West Africa in 70 years. I think I'll say since the existence of advertising in Nigeria or in West Africa. That unit was an integral part of the win that I created. But sometimes I still feel like, who am I? Sometimes when people come in like, hey, please help me with this presentation. Can you please look through it and all that? And I'm like, I'm just this little kid. I'm just this boy who just learned design on my own and started reading books and stuff. That is me. But by the time I'm done with that presentation and I give my input, people come back and like, wow, that was great. When I started, it was great. So I begin to ask myself, am I sure I was the one that said that or put that in there? And I feel as if I'm an imposter. It happens to me not once, not twice, almost throughout my career. Even when I single-handedly did a presentation, did the creative and the presentation that won a pitch. So myself and my boss, we did. So I remember that day I was coming back from the club. My boss called me, we have a presentation and all that. I went from the club all the way to his house. We brainstormed through it. Next day, midnight, I woke up and I finished the entire deck, did the entire presentation. And by Monday, my boss called me like, we got the contract. My work might not be the main reason why why they got the job, but was a part of the reason why they got the job, because it shows that there's a competent person behind the design and the strategy behind it. And that has helped me grow over the years. But I still see myself as an imposter. So it's very normal. I have friends who are in high places, head of marketing, CEOs, even CEOs. They'll tell them, I'm not sure I deserve this. Because we will see our classmates who were first class students, who were the best in class. Even while we were always in the library trying to figure out an assignment, they will have submitted and help other people with theirs. And we see those guys later on, and we're thinking, man, I'm not sure I deserve where I am. These guys did better in school. You're right. But the thing is, there's some qualities you have that those other people don't have. It might sound mean, but that's it. If you feel you don't deserve it, you're right. And why? Why are you right? Because you're focusing on your weaknesses while you're not looking at your strength. It's good to look at weaknesses to be able to help you grow more, but don't focus on the weaknesses. Work on the weaknesses, don't focus on them. Stick to your strength, because that strength that you have, that extra thing that you have, that got you to where you are right now, stick to it. You're not an imposter. You deserve where you are right now. I don't know who you are, but I know you deserve where you are right now.